Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So we are going over our March numbers now that it's officially April, and I know you guys really enjoy watching these as much as sometimes I'm a little bit ashamed to come on here and say publicly that I have this goal and then look back at the month and be like, oh, well, didn't quite happen. We all knew March was going to be a little bit tough based on how February went. While I was able to get myself back on track, I also kind of fell off the whole like budgeting thing, and I really need to get back on it in April because I feel like I'm spending what I make, so I have no money. So yeah, something I need to work on this upcoming month, and I'm ready to settle down in that regards now that I have crunched out all my March numbers. So you guys know February was hard in regard to like having all these expenses come up. I also had boyfriend come out, and that's really expensive. Now in March I went out to San Diego, and I spent a lot of money. And March was also my birth month, so
I spent a lot of money.
Now, I didn't come out negative like I did in February. Actually, technically February I didn't come out negative. I barely made a hairline to my credit card debt. March could have gone a lot better than it did had, you know, certain things didn't happen, but live a little, you know? That's what the rest of the April's for, to get back on track. So I'm gonna start off, I guess, with the big number on how much I paid off. Now, I explained last month the way that I kind of handle my expenses is that I put it all on a credit card, and then I pay off this credit card, and that way I'm paying more than I'm spending, so I am still tackling my debt, but rather than just using my debit card and not getting any like perks for it, I get points on my credit card, and then yada yada yada. Because at the end of the day, like, I'm still spending money, so might as well get something out of it rather than just like go crazy. Although I do have to say that the lower my credit card balance goes, the higher the urge of like spending. Like, oh, your credit card balance is down, why don't you buy like a big ticket item? So that is something I definitely have to work on, and that's why I really need to get back on the budget train, because that's how I keep myself in check. It might not be fun, but it keeps myself in check, and I didn't do that in the month of March. I mean, it was my birthday month, and I said 25 was a special year, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna start off by telling you how much I paid out, like I threw towards my credit card, like me paying it off wise, and then we're gonna go talk about all the expenses, and it's not that great of a number, like this initial number, than what it seems. So technically how much I paid towards my credit card in March was $4,167. Obviously my credit card balance is not that. Like I said, that's how much I threw at it the entire month, and this doesn't include like expenses that I did taking out, yada yada yada. So how did I pay $4,167? So we got the stimulus check in March. I forget how much it was already. Was it $1,600? I don't remember. That's how like crazy my life has been in regards to everything that I don't even remember how much that stimulus check was. But whatever it was, that went to my credit card. I got an additional amount. I'm being totally transparent here. Because I am an older undergrad student, I actually don't need to file with my parents for FAFSA. I can file FAFSA on my own, and because like I don't make enough to survive on my own, through the CARES Act, I actually got a little bit more money through the school. So I'm not going to tell you how much because I know that amount varies on like your income level, but that $4,167 that I paid off, or I paid towards, I was, about half of it was that extra relief bill that came into play. So it wasn't just the stimulus check that most people got, it was a little bit more because of the school. So that was cool. Now let's go through the expenses. I know you guys are probably gonna kill me once we get through some of them, but at least I'm being real. Okay, so insurance, I pay $94.60 for my health and my dental insurance, so it's almost like $100. That's standard. Most of it gets charged to my credit card, and I think my dental comes out of my debit card. That's the only recurring payments that I have on my debit card, because it's a very low amount, so that's cool. With that being said, if you watched my February numbers video, you guys know that I had a dentist situation happening where technically my insurance, because it's through myself and not through an employer, like the benefits don't go into effect until 6 months from then, and I don't want to wait to see what these cavities turn into 6 months from then, and then having to take the teeth out if they're too long gone, and then eventually having to spend more money on implants, because I've already had that situation has happened twice. So in order to prevent that, I just decided to pay out of pocket. Now this was like end of February, beginning of March, like different trips. So for the March portion, I paid $355.40 to get 3 cavities filled. So that wasn't fun. Insurance didn't cover it. I think insurance might have covered like $15. Ooh, $15. But it's one of those that you just gotta bite the bullet now, or it's gonna get worse later. No, this is not chocolate milk. It's a chocolate protein shake. Groceries. Now, like I said, my spring break was in March, so I actually went out to San Diego and I stayed with my boyfriend and his family. I saw some friends. So groceries has a lot to do with multiple things. So I spent $336.59 on groceries. Before, like, I would try to just like buy groceries and have an 150 to 200 limit, but because I was like in multiple places, I think I ended up buying like groceries here twice, and then once in like San Diego, or like 2 times in San Diego, not big amounts. So that's why it's such a big number. Birthday stuff, as in like treat yourself stuff. Yep. Because I did, again, that I actually spent $539.90 on birthday stuff, which is ridiculous, and I probably didn't need it, but it happened. So, I mean, should I even try to like explain it, or should I break it down? I don't even know if I want to break it down. Maybe I can break it down in like a different video where like I actually show you guys what I got, but because I don't want this video to be too long, the point is, yeah, $539.90 on birthday stuff. Yikes, that's a lot. This one, I spent $351.33 on a down coat jacket, like so you survive frigid winters. Well, everything is frigid to me because I grew up in a desert / California climate, so like the best climate, like not harsh winters. So because my boyfriend is going to be going to medical school on the East Coast, and I'm potentially moving with him, I thought it would be a good idea to start looking at coats, because those are going to be on sale right now. I just bought one to be able to survive the winters over there and just kind of live off of one until, yeah, I have money to buy another one and to be like stylish. I don't know. So I decided to buy one in March. It is an investment for possibly the next couple years of my life. So, and even if it doesn't happen soon or whatever, like I'm still going to go visit him, and it's probably like going to have a jacket that can survive harsh weather, because as a Californian and I guess kind of sort of Arizonian, my closet doesn't have anything to survive that weather. So yeah, got that. I mean, it's an expense that was going to happen regardless at whatever point. So I guess March I felt like I had the money to do it, so I did it, and it's sitting in my closet right now. And yeah, to say that I look like a Michelin man is an understatement, or that I look like Hilary Duff in the Lizzie McGuire movie when she's in the igloo thing. That's how I feel in that. So yeah, there's that. I actually had to fill up gas this month, which I didn't do at all in the month of February, and I actually filled it up twice. Not mine, I filled up my car and my mom's car. Like I said, I don't pay rent, I don't have to pay bills, but the way that I like to contribute, because you know, this last year my parents had to take me on as well in regards to like living and food, so I like to contribute when I can. So I filled up her car's gas. So I spent a total of $64.86 for both of our cars, and I gotta love being in Arizona for gas because California prices could never. So that was cool. I did have a car expense in the month of March. We're talking about March now. It was $100. Like I said, my car is not new. It's had a couple of issues, and I think it was the radiator. Anyways, so where the thing that like holds the liquid so your car doesn't overheat had a hole, it was leaking, so I couldn't drive very far distance. I don't have to drive very far distances, I don't really do that often, but I couldn't drive my car very far because the water would just leak out and it would start overheating. So we got that fixed, and that was $100. It was actually $140, but my dad decided to spot me the 40, which was cool of him. So yeah, unexpected car expense, but also expected. $100. Credit card interest was $24.17, so I do subtract that from the total amount that I am putting towards my credit card, because obviously it like puts you back up by a little bit. So $24.17 in interest. For the dogs, I spent $46.76 on dog food and dog treats. I like to buy them the good kind because it's important to feed them the good stuff so they don't like get sick later on. So I actually have to go today and buy more dog food because Maple ate all of her dog food. I was only able to buy a little bag. Usually I buy the big bags, but they didn't have any when I went, and then when I did go, they had 2 of the tiny bags, and I only bought 1 because I was like, what if somebody needs this other bag? So I have to go today after this video actually. So yeah. Now the eating out category I broke up into 2 parts. I have my San Diego eating out and I have my here eating out. So in San Diego, the total amount that I spent on eating out was $152.84. Which I guess isn't that bad compared to when Josh comes out to visit. Josh is my boyfriend. When he comes out to visit, like, we go out to eat for everything, and that number is like in the 200s from what I've realized. He's actually coming out later this month, so I have to prepare financially for that. So he just likes to eat at expensive places when he comes out. And then when I go out, we go to like McDonald's and Arby's and blah blah blah. It's not that much. And then for here eating out, I spent $108.68. A lot of that chunk portion, because I only really went out, like ate out twice, but one of the times I ordered dinner for all of us. It was just like a long rough day and we just didn't have any food and no one wanted to go grocery shopping, so I just ordered like Rubios and had it delivered, and everyone ate Rubios, and it was a very happy night. And that's where a lot of that, like, I didn't just spend that much eating out because, like, where do I have to go? My life is school and work, and I have like 2 friends here. So that's that. So that doesn't normally happen, but I do count it as an eating out type of situation. But yeah, like I said, I traveled, so I did fly. Because it just makes more sense to fly than to drive for the distance and the cost. But I do check in bags, so besides checking in my bags each way and then buying like water and like a snack, it was $76.44 at the airport, which, because it was a little bit longer of a trip, I did check my bags because I needed outfits. Okay, it was a birthday weekend. I needed to look cute and have multiple choices. And sometimes I wore 2 to 3 outfits in one day, okay? Okay. That's just being honest. And then I have a miscellaneous purchase of $16.99. I did buy a whole series on Amazon. It's Why Women Kill. So good, so worth it. And then I'm just gonna let everyone borrow my Amazon account so they can watch it, so you know, at least more people get to enjoy it, because you do have to buy the series. I think you can watch the first episode free until like some date in April, and then everything else you have to purchase it, and the first episode was that good. So Why Women Kill, really good. Total amount spent in the month of March is $2,268.56. So if I take that amount and I subtract it from that initial how much money I threw off to my credit card, I technically paid $1,898.44 of debt off, which is really good compared to how February went. Like if you're comparing it to that month, paying off debt wise, obviously great, because I think in February I only paid off like $36, so that's great. Obviously I had a lot of expenses that, you know, if they didn't happen I would be closer to being credit card debt free, but you know, oh well, like sometimes you just gotta live life a little, and as long as I'm not in the red, then I mean, I guess you can say having credit card debt is in red, but like in regards to like money that came in versus money that came out, like I'm green, I'm not red. And I had my fun, like I said, I had fun. I feel like I'm ready to get back on track. March was more like recovering after February. I did feel like I recovered and I had a little bit more fun, but April I'm definitely like trying to get a hold on it, especially because I want to get it paid off by the time I graduate. That way whatever money comes in can just go directly to my student loans, which I actually don't have to start paying. Well, technically it's 6 months after you graduate, but interest starts accumulating again in September. So I want to make a little bit of a dent. I also, if I end up moving, I want to start saving some money for all of that stuff, and just kind of build, not like a little nest egg, but like have a little cushion while life gets situated. I don't want to have to worry about credit card debt. I just rather have that paid off and then save up money for whatever may happen. Obviously I will keep you updated here on my channel, but yeah, I actually have been cleaning out my closet. This video is most likely gonna go first before I show off like the cleaning and the decluttering, just for that future move type of thing, you know. And I want to start like selling stuff to at least get a little bit of extra cash to help put me to that goal that I want. So yeah, that is the update. I really want to start putting money in my savings again this month. I know we're already, well, by the time you see this is probably gonna be the 8th, but you know, I still have a lot to go. And my brother's birthday is in April, Mother's Day is in May, Father's Day is in June. Yeah, it's in June. Boyfriend's birthday is in June. He goes to med school in July, and I think I'm gonna go out there to at least like get him, you know, help be there for the move and stuff. So I really need to get on top of my finances. And let me show you something I've been doing. So I started keeping track of all the change. Whenever I find change, when people are like, keep the change, and you know, I'm like, okay, I'll keep it. Or if I find change around the house or on the streets, it's been going in this thing. And you know, it's probably not a whole ton, but I saw like this person who was paying off his student loans, and he would just pick off change like from the street, put it in a thing, and even if it was like $15, it was $15 that it was going like towards his debt, and that was like free money that was going towards his debt. So it's technically free money for me because I don't spend cash. So yeah. I'm not gonna cash this in until it's all the way full, and I'm excited to kind of update you where this like thing is at. It's been a while that I've been keeping this. I just haven't mentioned it, but I wanted to mention it so you guys are aware this is something that I'm doing. And yeah, let's see when this will get filled up and see how much moolah is in here to go towards either debt payoff, or you know, by the time that this gets full, maybe like towards savings, or maybe even towards student loans. So just wanted to mention that. But yeah, getting back on track officially. April, I have recovered from February, all of that stuff, because it was hard. And yeah, don't know what else to say. I just want to start saving and paying off my debt already and just be done with it. So well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know what else to say. It's kind of just like, yeah, I spent money, but yeah. Anyways, I hope you are having a great day no matter where you are. The sun is leaving me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!